Right, I'm recording this video. It's going to be very boring, but it's to prove a little point. So you see my skin. It's obviously one of the older seasons. It's a bush, well, Christmas tree. Uh, I'll let you have a wild stab in the dark of when it was released. So what we're going to do is, well, she or he's not going to be able to kill me. Not at all. Not with aim like that. Shocking. Right, anyway. So always remember, thank you, Buster. But I'll show you the ultimate camping. Yeah. Don't listen to these bloody YouTubers and that. Listen to Raven Wolf. He won't steer you wrong. So what you want to do is you want to go and arm up next to a rift. That's the first protocol, because you don't want to be caught off guard when you do have to move. So might have to fight a dude. No, mate. No. I'm gonna say let's take this first, because then I haven't got my back to him, and then I'm covered. Look. So, see, we're nice and stocked, as you can see. That's what you want. You want to be nice and stocked, and then you want to go rifting, son. And there you go, boys and lasses. If you land by the lake, 9 times out of 10, you're near the centre of the circle. See? And when you got to move, you got a rift right there as well, depending on where the circle goes. You're not going to get very many kills, but as long as no one's got the graphics down in the lobby and they all see the foliage and you don't move when someone comes and you see footsteps, this is the way to go with camping. So, sod all them chug jugs and staying in the storm and all that. Like, because we've all seen them videos. Yeah, it worked. Well done. But, like, you gotta land on a chug jug, mate. You know, what's the chances of that? Like, well, in personal experience, not very high. This is right here. You know, you got a nice little view of a land. You've got someone coming out of a rift. So let's get armed just in case. Because even though I am a tree, I am wearing a red bloody hat. Also with these trees, yeah, you want to go down to the lowest level before you drop down. Don't jump down, because the amount of life it takes is unreal sometimes. Sometimes you get lucky and it takes no life whatsoever. But if you look just over there, there's some apples. They don't give you much life, but I mean, an apple a day, you know, keeps the kills at bay, don't they? Or whatever they say. I don't know. I didn't mean to rhyme all that. But look, there's a guy there. He's eating the apples, look, you can see. And just to prove my point, he didn't have a clue on me, look. Doesn't have a clue. What's that? 48 people left, yeah? And I've just sat in a tree. I will say a disclaimer though. The OGs of this game are gonna really frown upon you if you do this strategy because it was a well-known strategy back in the day and people got really annoyed with it. Quite rightly so. Um, there is another one where you can just stay in the bus till it kicks you out and then just float. Like, and just keep floating. Might have been sin here. So if we move back a little bit, probably might just be scrapping with someone over there. Either way, I'm just a tree in a tree. Do you know what? I've used this skin a few times. We've probably got 5, 6, 7 times. I've never noticed the stars coming off it. Is that new? It's supposed to be snowflakes, I'm guessing. No idea. Look at 37 people left and I haven't moved. Nicely stocked. I've got a purple shotty. Got a nice little porta bunker as well. I could chuck down if I really need to. Nice little speed shotty. Not a fan of the burst rifles, if I'm honest. And a bit earlier, I killed 3 people with one of these. It was hilarious. I did down myself at the same time, but my squad mate got me up. So, I mean, there's a silver cloud to every. Is that right? Silver lining to every cloud, or I don't know. There's a saying. There's some kind of saying about clouds and being silver. So, what's the map doing now? It's gonna close in on us. So, this is where it's normally around about the 4th, maybe 5th circle that you gotta move if you don't get spotted. But if you get spotted, then you can always just go down, wipe them out, get back in the rift, go back to your spot, and chill. You know, I actually proved a point of doing this a few months back to a teammate of mine. So it was in this exact tree actually. So I jumped into this tree. I didn't even arm up, but I jumped into the tree, and then I went to the shop to go and get a few items, which is probably about 200 yards away or so. Besides the point, I was out of the house, come back, and I'm still in the circle, still in the tree, still golden, and just carried on playing. Like that was funny. That was just before I started streaming, though, unfortunately. But I suppose it wouldn't have been very good anyway because I wasn't around to say anything. Yeah, what's that? 20 people left, nearly. 20 other people left. Well, there's 20 people left in the map. Oh, there's people fighting over there, look, in the water. Don't get sucked into it. Just chill. Oh, look at that. Right in the middle of the map. 19 players left. I mean, I think 17 players left. I mean, at this point, I've probably proved my point of how bad the camping can be on this game if you really know how to do it. But we'll see how far we can take it, eh? There's a dude in the water over there. Just hopping around. Someone fighting behind me. But I'm pretty centered, look. So what's that? That's about the center of the map. Let's see where the circle closes in, shall we? If I don't get spotted. I've got to keep saying that. Someone's flying in. So I might be spotted here now. Yeah, I've been spotted. So go down. Look. So go down to the lowest level. And then you go back rifting. So, where do we want to go? So we want a decent tree to land. Did you notice the way I dropped as well? So I dropped and there was literally like no damage, full damage. Right, so he's running off that way. So what we'll do is we'll come back here. Make sure he wasn't scoping my trees. But how hilarious, man. But yeah, like I said, remember not to jump out the tree, because I've seen quite a few people do that and just literally kill themselves, essentially. Or just put themselves as a one shot. Yeah, look at this, look. 12 people left. Circle's now closing in. So that looks like it's centered. That looks centered there. But we'll move when we have to. There you go, last 10. I haven't even fired a single bullet. Well, round. Sorry. For all you military people out there. I can hear you screaming at me right now, calling it a bullet. Yeah, what do you reckon though? What do you reckon? Right, as I'm saying it now, like, say to yourself, where do you reckon I'm gonna come in the last 8? Have a guess to yourself and see if you're right. Do you reckon I'll make the top 5? Maybe not. Okay, so just took a bit of full damage. Whee, there we go. So we need to get going. Woo. Let's see. She's rifting it with me. So ideally, we don't really want him to be following me. He's down there, look. Should I just go do him? Oh, no, he's a Zen user. Oh, hell no. Go on then, bitch. These people behind me as well, though. That's the thing, man. Do you reckon I can just get away with being a Christmas tree here? I'm trying not to fire a bullet. Not yet. Not until it's needed, but I need that blue gun right there. You know he's trying to do my bunker, look. So. This one. Where's he at? Right, as soon as I see... I need that fire lit, man, but I can't light it. It's just going to give away my position straight away. I'm right on the storm circle as well, so watch this now. Hopefully he doesn't come this way. Hopefully he comes this way. So I'm just going to jump him. He's right there as well, look. Not gonna lie, I'm nervous right now, you know. I haven't even done anything. It's because I know he's got a Zen script. He was never shooting me like that. Like, he took a lot. Here he comes. Here he comes. We got third, boys and girls. Look at that, look. And that is how you camp.